Good beautiful Lake Orion. Hope you're having an enjoyable week and a wonderful 2013. My name's Ian Witherspoon. I'm your host, and I am Between Taorminas. Sometimes you just listen to it and you're like, hey, that really makes you tap your toe. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Here we go.
We do not endorse that last statement. Talk to him. All right, boys. Oh, is this the first show of 2013? No, we were here last week.
We were last week, yeah.
Where am I? Maybe this is the first one I've really been,
engaged.
I'm engaged.
You're
yes, because we have a wonderful show today. A very engaging show. And since you guys refuse to tell me what we're going to talk about, why don't you go ahead and say what we're talking about?
We'll start talking about the BCS first.
We hit the BCS.
The BCS.
Very
Sweet
interesting.
Home Alabama versus Notre Dame.
Roll, Tide, roll.
Oh, no.
Roll Tide.
You're not one of those guys, are you?
Actually, I'm an Auburn guy.
Ugh.
You know?
Ugh.
They got to give props to Alabama for what they did. They destroyed Notre Dame.
Yep.
Notre Dame's defense looked like they couldn't tackle. They couldn't do anything right. I mean, it's been a disappointment that Notre Dame's defense allowed over 500 yards of offense
in the first half.
And
I don't know if that was the
Alabama
first half,
has a very good offensive line. They got 3 players that are going to be first-round picks this year and 2 first-round picks next year.
Who are the 2 first-rounders this year?
We don't know.
You look at the BCS.
Barrett Jones?
You look at the BCS,
Sorry.
how it's set up.
Yeah.
I think the BCS did a tremendous disservice. You look at the teams that should have been in there. Notre Dame was probably an overrated number 1. You look at the teams that they beat. Michigan State did not have a good year. Michigan did not have a good year. USC did not have a good year. Oklahoma. They didn't have a good year.
They were blasted by A&M in the Cotton Bowl.
Man.
If you look at the teams that could have been there, I would make an argument Alabama deserved to be in the, despite that loss to A&M. Alabama deserved it.
You think Alabama over Notre Dame, the only undefeated team?
Ohio State should have been in there.
But Ohio State was facing probation. But the point is that my point is this: Alabama deserved to be in it. They proved it against Notre Dame. But the thing is, should Notre Dame have really been in the BCS title game? My answer is no.
My answer is actually yes.
No.
My answer
What
is no
about
to Alabama.
Oregon? What about Oregon? What about Texas A&M?
A&M
should have been in the BCS. If they were in the Big 12, they would be.
Who's their loss? LSU?
A&M's losses?
Yeah.
Florida?
Oh, that's right.
And Florida and LSU.
Right. Both on the road.
No, LSU was at home.
Are you sure about that?
And Florida was at home. Yeah, both were at home.
What?
Yeah, not kidding.
Well, the fact.
But if you look at the SEC, the Southeastern Conference,
yes,
it's kind of reminding you of the old Southwest Conference. Remember with SMU and Texas, and it's kind of it's head and shoulders right now above the rest when it comes to college football.
Yes, it is.
And
kind of like Big Ten in basketball this year.
Kind of, yes. But if you look at the SEC has been consistent for the last several years. You look at you've had an SEC school that has won the national championship
7 years, 8 years.
Also look at Nick Saban. He's won 4 of the last 8 BCS championships. 1 at Louisiana State and the other 3 at Alabama.
3 in the last 4 years.
Yep.
Guys, it's okay. It's really hard.
BCS should be ashamed of himself.
It's hard. Okay. So who you think should have been Alabama,
Oregon, or Alabama A&M again?
I think it should have been A&M and Alabama.
A&M and Alabama.
Another
a
SEC
rematch.
game, yes.
A rematch, huh?
I think A&M would have beat Alabama. They're probably the only team that could beat Alabama.
What if you're Oregon, though? How are you feeling if you're Oregon?
I'd be disappointed. The way you lost to them in overtime to Stanford, well, Stanford might have a case, too, because even though the team I didn't think deserved to be in there was Wisconsin.
Sure. Well, yeah. Well,
Wisconsin actually played Stanford pretty tough, to be fair.
They did. It wasn't bad. It wasn't
No,
kind of what you
not
thought.
bad, but
Right.
I mean, you look. It just tells you how the Big Ten was this year. It was pretty down this year.
The Big Ten was very down this
Yes,
year.
but the thing is, the SEC is right now heads and shoulders above the rest when it comes to the football.
You knew
conference.
that.
Especially the SEC West.
And you knew that on Saturday, August something, when
Yeah.
at the Cowboy Classic, right?
True. Well, yeah. I mean, it was almost
Same game.
the same result. Yes, from Alabama, Michigan.
Right off the get-go.
Yes, right off the get-go.
Right
I
off
mean,
the get-go, Alabama killed
everybody was
both
hyping
teams.
Michigan up, and Alabama ends up going in there and killing them in Cowboy Stadium.
You know, people had a hard read on this national championship game. They thought Notre Dame actually had a chance, but once the ball was kicked,
It was all Alabama.
yeah.
The thing was when the moment that matchup came out, Alabama versus Notre Dame, it was going to be a rout in favor of Alabama. Notre Dame has not competed against anybody impressive.
Yeah, and they've won
The
some
only
squeakers.
reason why, the only reason why they had Notre Dame the way that they did was because Notre
Of
Dame,
Oklahoma.
right? Notre Dame beat Oklahoma. Notre Dame,
Yeah.
was beating Michigan State and Michigan.
They
Both
beat
of them were down
Stanford as
this
well,
year.
yes?
Yeah, they beat Stanford.
Stanford, that's another quality win. Let's look ahead to next year, though,
Were they
real
that
quick.
good?
Not really. Their defense was pretty good. Okay, let's go to next year, though. Okay, because we won't be talking. We'll be talking about this still, but it'll be by times 2. 4 teams next year are going to
No,
be
that's
chosen.
next
No,
year.
that's 2014.
2014.
Right, next year.
No, it's 2013.
No, the
This
national
was
championship
2012.
games happens in
The national-
2014 for the 2013 season.
No,
Yes.
no, I don't think so.
Fact check. Yes. We got a fact checker right here. Tony Reale on the, yeah. 2014, 1 year from now.
Anyways, let's go.
It's going to be a
like
14
this.
playoff, sure.
I
Any
think it's
team, let's
going
look
to
at
be.
it like this. We've got
I think it's
the
going to be.
teams you look at next year. You got to look at Texas A&M. Got to look at Oregon. You've got to look at Alabama as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Alabama has a tendency to reload. But also you got to look at LSU.
Alabama's schedule's really tough this year. Well, they got to go. They got to play A&M in College Station.
That ain't easy.
I think if you look at, I think in my estimation, sorry Bama fans in Tuscaloosa, but the favorite this year is Texas A&M because
A&M?
of Johnny Manziel.
You know who I heard? I don't remember who, but somebody has Clemson ranked ahead of A&M next year.
I know.
Thoughts?
I think it's
I
overrated.
doubt that very.
You
Well,
know,
the
Clemson's
thing
got
was-
Sammy Watkins.
What about South Carolina? South
Clowney
Carolina
will be
was
back,
very
yeah.
right?
impressive.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll
Yeah,
will he be a junior next year?
Yeah, be a
Yes.
junior.
And he's already
He
one
is
of the top
strong and he's a
2
monster.
Yeah, one of the top
A
2
monster.
ends. Yeah. Either way,
Also, don't
there's
forget
the
you got
SEC,
Ohio
right?
State. You got
Ohio State
State.
off probation.
Yep.
They're going to be very good next year, depending on what happens to Braxton.
Can they go undefeated, though?
Yes.
No.
No. I don't think so.
No way.
Ohio
They
State's got to
could.
go into Ann Arbor and play Michigan. That ain't going to be easy.
Well, they avoid Michigan State.
Yes, but I mean, you go into Ann Arbor and you play Michigan in that environment. That's not easy.
And do they go to Penn State next year? I don't know.
No,
We're
Penn
sitting
State
here-
goes to Columbus.
Okay, all right. Well, either way, SEC's
Wouldn't
going to
count Ohio
dominate.
State out either.
Yeah, I wouldn't count them out, but
Right.
you know, you can't go undefeated 2 years in a row.
No, it's not. It's impossible.
Guys, it's not going to happen. They wasted their undefeated year by going out and getting tattoos and all that. Lying. Anything else you want to add about the BCS?
It's rigged.
It's rigged? No kidding. Follow the money.
Really rigged.
Yeah. All right. We all conclude that. We come back, we're going to talk about something.
Prescription drug abuse is a national epidemic. The new in way to obtain drugs is through parents' or grandparents' medicine chests. Removing prescriptions from your cabinet is the best way to keep drugs out of the hands of our young people. We've got to work together to protect our teens, our seniors, and our environment. Clean out your medicine cabinet today. Please participate in Operation Medicine Cabinet and drop off your unwanted or expired prescriptions at one of our law enforcement drop-off sites in Oakland County. We can't ignore this situation anymore.
We own a Habitat home.
I love working on my Habitat home.
Soy dueño de una casa de Habitat.
My neighbor is a Habitat homeowner.
Being a Habitat homeowner has changed our lives.
My mortgage payment for Habitat is less than what I paid for rent.
Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County currently has homes available with mortgage payments lower than most rent payments. If you or someone you know needs decent and affordable housing, call 248-338-1843 or visit our website at habitatoakland.org.
All right, welcome back to Between Taorminas here on Orion Neighborhood Television. So, would you like to fill me in on what we're going to talk about next?
The NFL playoffs.
The NFL playoffs.
Yes.
The big boys. What do you want to say about the NFL playoffs?
I think we're heading to a Seattle, San Francisco NFC Championship game.
You think they're going into the Georgia Dome and they're beating the Falcons?
Yep.
The Hawks beat the Falcons.
Yep.
And you think the Packers lose a candlestick?
Yep.
What do you think?
I think he's ridiculous.
Okay, let's hear your matchup.
I think Seattle goes bye-bye against Atlanta. I think Atlanta's got too many weapons. Also, they've got the bye week. That bye week's going to help them out.
No, it won't.
I think Green Bay's going to go into San Francisco, and I think they're going to pull off a squeaker in San Francisco.
So you think Falcons, Green Bay?
Yes.
NFC Championship.
Yep.
Okay. AFC. What's the matchup for moving on?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think that I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to go with the limb here because I know a lot of Patriots aren't going to like me. So I'm going to go with the Texans against the Ravens.
What? Oh, man. Okay.
You're going with the Texans against the Ravens? You got to be kidding me.
All right. Your pick.
I think he's crazy that Houston's going to go into Foxborough and beat New England. I think that he's crazy. I don't think.
That's not the one I think he's crazy about.
You think that
I don't think Houston's going to win, but I think
Baltimore's got a great chance of going to Denver and beat them. I mean, it's not going to be easy with the altitude.
Baltimore's got no shot. Did you see what happened with Denver? But you said Baltimore wins.
Yeah, I like Baltimore in this game.
Did you see what happened when the Broncos went to Baltimore?
Yeah.
They killed them. 34-17.
They didn't have Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis is a big key.
Oh, because Ray Lewis picks off Peyton Manning all the time, right?
Ray Lewis has a history.
Ray Lewis knows Peyton Manning very well.
They can be poker buddies. Doesn't matter.
I think that they got a great chance of Baltimore going into Denver.
Who's your matchup? The AFC Championship.
My matchup's going to be I'm going to say that Baltimore beats Denver, and I'm going to say New England beats Houston.
Okay, so Baltimore, New England, a repeat of last year. Oh, God, I can't handle that.
It's a great rivalry that exists between Baltimore and New England.
Baltimore's so boring. They're not boring.
Defense wins championships. You know that, Ian.
It's true, but their defense is not like...
The Houston Texans proved to me that
they're kind of boring too, man.
They'll run the ball. I think they're going to run it down. New England's defense is not the greatest defense.
No, it never is.
How do you bet against Tom Brady?
Because I think Tom Brady's going to be throwing picks in that game.
You think so? In New England?
San Francisco gave the blueprint on how you beat New England. I think Houston's going to take advantage of this because...
What's the blueprint?
The blueprint against New England.
What do you do? How do you confuse Tom Brady?
You got to confuse him.
How?
Very simple. You just got to make sure you cover the corners, make sure don't let Welker go off, and then San Francisco's got the blueprint. You just look at that game.
Houston does not have the defense to stop New England's offense, unlike San Francisco.
And is Matt Schaub Colin Kaepernick? No. I don't think so.
No.
Colin Kaepernick introduced something a little different in New England. Matt Schaub cannot move like Colin Kaepernick.
No, he can't.
So I don't think Houston's going to win, but I think they got some motivation. I think they got a lot of bulletin board material. They got their butts kicked on Monday Night Football.
They're going to remember that.
They're going to remember that, exactly.
I think the same thing for Baltimore when they go to Denver.
Okay.
The only concern is obviously Peyton Manning's had a week to think about this.
And
also,
it's Peyton Manning.
It's Peyton Manning. Also the altitude.
Denver's got a good defense.
Von Miller,
got a good defense too.
Second-year guy.
And the thing is, with Baltimore, it's all about Joe Flacco. How does he play?
Yep.
If he's terrible, they're not going to win this game.
Nope.
Ray Lewis is going to be going bye-bye.
Right.
So, I mean, it really comes down to Baltimore's offense and what they can do against Denver's defense.
Right.
But I do think I just have that feeling it's going to be Baltimore versus New England.
I pray that it's New England, Denver.
That could be a good game, too.
That would be a great game.
That's good. That'd be in Denver, though. But
that'd be a great game.
I think New England could pull it off if it's in Denver.
I don't think
that's a great game.
If those two teams play, I think Denver beats New England.
I can see that for sure. For sure.
If it's New England, Denver, I think New England wins.
Okay, let's play the hypothetical game if we're going to go down that path.
Also, we got Green Bay, San Francisco.
Who wins between Houston and Baltimore?
I like Baltimore.
I'd go Baltimore.
Are you guys riding the Ray Lewis train here? Is that what
Ray Lewis is a great motivational speaker.
You guys are on the bandwagon. Come on. He doesn't have that much of an on-field impact.
Ray Lewis?
Don't we think Peyton Manning is having a killer year, can expose him, expose that defense?
Has in the past.
Are you guys
I think Ray Lewis
I just
is
think
back.
Baltimore. I just think with Baltimore, Ray Lewis is back.
Okay. All right.
Also,
Fair enough.
Green Bay, San Francisco.
Let's
could go
move the
either way
NFC.
too.
Sure. Okay, so you got Green Bay and San Fran. It's in.
San Fran,
Right.
but Green Bay's been successful on the road before.
Right. We saw what they did in Houston on Monday Night Football.
Mhm.
That was
That was on
impressive.
Sunday Night Football.
Sunday night,
yeah.
right. They've had some impressive wins this year. They own the Vikings.
I like San Fran. Their
Why?
Defense,
Make the case.
their
Tell me.
defense is one of the
Okay.
best in the NFL. And
Sure.
then you got Frank Gore, you got Colin Kaepernick, who Kaepernick, of course, very different philosophy than of Alex Smith, but it wouldn't surprise if Kaepernick goes down. They still have an experienced backup in Alex Smith.
Sure.
Green Bay wins. Aaron Rodgers, too much experience as well. I think Aaron Rodgers is just a better quarterback.
Okay. Russell Wilson, intriguing name now that RG3 is out of the playoffs. He's done.
I like Seattle in this matchup.
Why?
Atlanta's John Abraham. He got hurt week 17.
Sure.
And then, I don't think he won't be 100%. That's why I'm saying I think Marshawn Lynch and I think Russell Wilson are going to be the key factors in that game against Atlanta's defense. If John Abraham doesn't play, Atlanta's in big trouble. I like Seattle in this game.
Atlanta wins this game, in my opinion, because I think Atlanta's at home, and also Atlanta's got more to play
off.
for. Yeah, the week off is going to help them.
Certainly had the better year.
Yes.
Even though Seattle did have some impressive
Seattle's
wins.
doing pretty well, too.
Okay. Let's wrap real quick about this matchup. Russell Wilson.
He's going to have a big game again.
Russell Wilson, done.
Okay. All right. You both have different opinions, different matchups.
What about you?
See what happens next week. Oh, man. Green Bay, Seattle, Denver, New England. We'll be right back on Between Taorminas.
Please remember that CFL bulbs, those curly, energy-efficient light bulbs everybody is using to save electricity, shouldn't be thrown away in your trash. Neither should batteries or home medical sharps. You can check with your local community to see where they can be recycled. Some retailers will allow you to bring them in for recycling. You can also order simple kits online that allow you to collect your recyclables and simply mail them away to be properly recycled. This green tip was brought to you by your friends at Waste Management.
Can't make it out to the 3rd annual ONTV Feed Our Fish food drive? Well, you still can contribute. Surf on over to our website at orionontv.org and donate $5 through PayPal. Just click on the Feed Our Fish banner on our homepage, then click on the yellow Donate button. Every dollar goes directly to the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. So donate and tune in on Saturday, February 9th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. right here on ONTV, Comcast Channel 10, and Uverse Channel 99.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas, where we're going to now discuss
something Gary Bettman did. Brought back the NHL.
The NHL.
Yeah, that Canadian loser, that geek. That geek. I'm confident. This will be the year the Dallas Stars making Stanley Cup playoffs.
You're confident.
Can we do a mute button? He's done for a few minutes.
All right.
I'll probably still pick up on
It's a
my
great
mic,
thing
though.
to see the NHL come back, but obviously the biggest question is going to be, can they return that fan base? The fans are sick of that of the lockouts, and that's going to be the biggest question.
It's fault, though.
Yes, it is. But at the same time, that's the biggest question. Will the fans come back? Obviously, in Detroit, I'll be flat out honest, the fans are going to return anyway. These imbeciles are loyal to the Red Wings, as we'll find out in a few minutes. Anyways,
Detroit ain't going to be good this year.
That's going to be the question. Can the fans come back out to? Can fans come back to these NHL games?
Okay, let me name a city, and you tell me if the fans come back. Okay, Miami.
No.
Okay, Tampa. Yes, they're crazy down there.
Yeah,
for some reason they're crazy.
Well,
okay,
they're lightning.
Dallas.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
No. If they gave away free tickets and free airfare, there'd be one guy in that stadium. That'd be you. You couldn't pay people to go to that place.
I would love to go to the AFC.
All right. Okay. Phoenix.
No.
L.A., they won the cup.
Yes.
Okay. San Jose.
I would
You
say.
think so?
Well, I would say half and half.
Yeah, they're not.
Half and
They're
half.
not. They haven't been that. They weren't that good last
What
year.
about Denver?
Denver?
Yes.
Don't start.
Denver. I really hope no one goes to any game, any city, except for Pittsburgh, because that's where Gary Bettman's going to be. Yeah. I don't want to see
I don't want to
anybody
see
anywhere.
Sidney Crosby raising our Stanley Cup.
Whatever.
No, I don't want that either.
Guys, this is such a friggin' joke. You know what? This is an embarrassment of a league, and it's very sad because they took a great sport that is regional specific, i.e. Canada and the North, not Dallas, Texas, for crying out loud.
Quiet.
And they ruined it. They ruined
Politics
it.
and money. It's all about money. It's all about politics.
They're making their money when they open a new franchise. That's why they have these ridiculous teams in ridiculous places. It's hard to support it, and it's definitely not like it. After the second lockout in 2004, it's been a lot different. You know what I mean, guys?
It's more individualized.
And how crappy is this year going to be?
It's been
48 games. Everybody's going to be hurt. Yeah. Anything?
No, I'm confident Dallas starts to make playoffs for the Stanley Cup.
My money's on whoever, Denver, Colorado before Dallas. They're younger. They're a little better. The Wings, whatever.
Wings
crap
might
year,
struggle
anyways.
this year.
Who even cares?
Wings
I think
might
Chicago
struggle.
I
will
don't
win
even
that
care.
division.
Or St.
Chicago.
Louis.
What about Nashville?
No, not Nashville.
Hockey Tonkin? Why do they have a team in Nashville? Come on, Nashville, Tennessee.
They eliminated you last year.
Big whoop. They had some good players. Now they're gone.
No.
Nashville. Was this the first time they ever beat them in a playoff series?
Yeah, I guess.
Was this the first time they've ever won 2 games against the Wings in a playoff series?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, might not be.
Called fresh fried plucked wings.
Do your call, because I'm done talking about this crap.
All right.
You're nut.
I got a couple call-outs this week. My first call-out involves you don't mess with Superman's cape. You don't mess with the class of 2006.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hello, boys. Sorry to interrupt your favorite segment of the show, but I felt it was time that the director got his 2 cents in on the call-out segment for once. You boys are going on about a year strong of televised sports talk magic, and with the addition of the call-out segment, I'm worried the power is going to your heads. So sit back, relax, maybe grab a notebook, and take some notes, okay?
Oh, God.
Anthony, I'm going to start with you. And I'll tell you what, it's simple, buddy. It's very simple. Callout does not have to be elaborate. It does not have to be overthought. It needs not superheroes or villains, Easter bunnies or avatars. What a good callout needs is content. And you, sir, are the subject of my callout. Get it together. This is a sports talk show. It's not an Easter Sunday movie viewing. Keep it to sports and keep it good. Now next is you, Sammy.
Oh, God.
Salvatore. Oh, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, you pink pony puff princess. You monkey on a chain puppet. You sit here on camera stomping that cane, peaking our audio levels in there. Yes, I may love every second of it, but you better get your act together, buddy. You better get it together before you turn into a Bob Dowd. Now lastly, this brings me to the host, the star of the show, the man that is in fact between Taorminas. Mr. Melt, Ian, the show is your brainchild with the cooperation of the brothers. I expect more from you. You sit here passive-aggressively, sitting back, letting the brothers stomp all over you, and I've just had enough of it.
Oh, no.
You need to say more. You need more call-outs. You need more content. And I also need you to work on being on time, because it drives me crazy, and you know that. So, with all that said, boys, you have heard my mind over here. You know what the director thinks. So go ahead, give me a piece of your mind. But remember what I said. Let it stew in your memories for years to come. And remember one thing, boys. You remember who pushes the buttons around here, okay?
What in the world was
What
that?
in the world happened there?
Pat Ronan.
I'm stunned.
I'm done.
I'm without speech.
I'm not either.
Don't ask me to talk because I can't. I can't.
I can't.
I can't.
Oh my
Oh
God
my
in
gosh.
heaven. We were hacked.
We got hacked.
We got hacked. We got hacked by our own director. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Well, you know what I think that means?
You know what I think this means?
I think this means war.
This means war. This means war.
Yes.
I've got a nice little notepad right in my head of things I'd like to say to that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know about you two. I gotta let the blood flow back to my body.
I know. What the heck?
What in the world?
Do we even have time for a decent
time?
call out?
A decent call out.
3 minutes?
3 minutes.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. All right. I don't even know what to say.
I really don't know what to say either.
Can you guys go on? Can you do the rest of the show? Because I feel uncomfortable.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I don't know if I can do the rest of the show. I think I'm going to throw up.
I guess I could do my call. Oh, my
Just so
goodness.
stunned.
I'm stunned, too.
Yes.
All right. How about this?
We owe our call-out friends an apology, first of all.
1 call out each. Go. Wow.
Yeah, you can do both call-outs. I'll wait till next week.
All right.
All right.
I need a little ammunition for next week,
My
too.
my call-outs this week involve, as we just saw right there, we've got somebody's going to have to pay, but he is a proud part of the class of 2006.
You might have to take his membership card.
Probably. Alex Sherman, why? Simple. Look, man. Look, man. You just don't mess with Superman's cape. You don't mess with the class of 2006. The class of 2006, great class out there. We've got people that are hotel owners. We've got people that work around the world. We got Oregon. You got people in Oregon. You got people in Chicago. You've got people
living in their
even
mom's
in
home.
Africa. You know, we even got people from 06 doing this show. Alex Sherman, don't mess with the class of 2006.
Nice.
My call up.
Simple. Good. I like that. I guess the director would be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna do one?
I might wait till next week.
You're gonna wait till. So should we just sit here for the next minute in silence? Didn't you have a call prepared?
Yeah, I did. I was disappointed.
All I know, I don't want to be this director when he gets
man, he might have to go into therapy.
Yeah, he might have to.
Because we're gonna drag some ghosts out of his closet.
Yeah,
he's gonna be so ashamed of himself.
Yeah, he will be.
Should be.
Call out Hall of Fame.
That guy is such a disgrace, that director.
Yeah,
he's
sitting there reading a camera manual by a fake fireplace.
Yeah, I know.
What a loser! Unbelievable. You know what? I've got some ideas circulating in my head, and I think we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a nice
stick
surprise.
Around next week, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna have a nice little surprise, nice little
Stick
chat.
around next week.
We have some things to discuss.
Yeah, we got some things to discuss.
Off air. All right.
All right. Goodbye between Taorminas. Have a great night.
Goodbye between Taorminas land.
Bye.